Well, hello. It's been a devastating week here in Tennessee, mainly across the mid-state, but also in West and East Tennessee. This is Chairman Paul Bailey, Chairman of the Senate Commerce Committee, and I'm Ryan King with the Tennessee Chamber. Chairman, your district has been identified as being one of the hardest hit. Can you give us a few specifics about the storm and recovery and other areas too? We're here in Nashville now, which has been hit hard.
Right. So Tuesday morning, the State Department started contacting me before 6 a.m., basically asking what they could do, where they needed to mobilize in Putnam County to start working with the local governments to bring some resources and relief to the people that were being affected there. Around 11:30 Tuesday, I left with the governor as well as Speaker Sexton and Representative Williams to go to Putnam County and to be on the ground and tour the damage. One thing that I noticed as we flew over Wilson County, and especially in the Mount Juliet area, was the devastation that had taken place with a lot of those commercial warehouses and businesses there. And that was the first time that I realized what kind of damage that we actually had that had taken place in Tennessee. And then, of course, once we got into Putnam County, that's where most of the deaths have occurred, and that's been due to the fact that the tornado hit more residential areas in the Putnam County area. Plus, at the time of night that the tornado hit, people were not aware that they needed to be seeking shelter at the time.
Yeah, and Putnam County is definitely the death toll there is much higher than other areas, but doesn't minimize any of it, though. President Trump is coming tomorrow to Tennessee. Are you aware of any federal efforts or any efforts that you guys here at the state level may be undertaking to
Sure.
help with relief?
So Tuesday morning, right before we boarded the helicopters to go to Putnam County, President Trump was on the phone with the governor, and he was basically reassuring the governor and as well as all Tennesseans that his heart was with us and that the federal government would be with us as well. He also committed to come to Tennessee and see the damage that uh, had occurred on Friday. So also, Senator Blackburn as well as Congressman Rose have all reached out to our office, and basically they have already started the process to be able to get federal assistance. Now, on the state level, we've been working on a regular basis to number one, provide the resources. TEMA's on the ground there, and then we will work with FEMA for assistance for those residents there. Representative Williams and I are bringing legislation for a tax relief for those that have been affected by the storms. So Tennessee is very engaged, and especially the legislature, on trying to help those that have been affected by the storm.
Very good. And Chairman, you are obviously Chairman of the Senate Commerce Committee. Any encouraging words for businesses that may have lost everything through the storms?
Yeah, I think we are Tennessee, and we will rebuild, and we will be back. We're the volunteer state. Yesterday, there were over 2,500 people that showed up volunteering to help the people just in Putnam County. It was such an overwhelming response that they really didn't know what they needed to do with the volunteers. And so I want to encourage anyone that's been affected by the storm that we as Tennessee are here for you, and that we will do everything that we can to help you rebuild, and we want you to rebuild and come back stronger than you were before.
Well, thanks for the update, Chairman. Quickly, on a legislative update for the Tennessee Chamber, next week is going to be what we expect to be the busiest week of the legislative session. We had our first Senate committee close this week, the Senate Energy and Agriculture Committee, which you've sat on before.
I have.
Closed, and many House committees expect to close next week. So be vigilant of those and look through the update this week, and we'll provide you much more detail about some things to take action on. Thanks. Very somber week here in
Yes.
Nashville and across the state, but we'll check back with you next week. Thanks.